What you watch? What's up, guys? What you watch? Back with another episode. What you watch? Let's roll. So then, turn on your TV screen. Turn on your phone. Turn on your laptop.
Hi everybody, thank you for joining me. Today we are going to be frying these delicious haddock fish fillets, and I'm also going to be cooking some grits and tomatoes to go with it. This is the fish that I'm going to be cooking today. I am going to be cooking these haddock skinless fillets. They are very delicious. My cousin in New York told me about them, and I tried them and we love them. So shout out to my cousin Pop for telling me about these haddock fish. I am going to be using this Zanaran seasoned breading mix to coat my fish. This mix is delicious. Try the Zanarans. If you have never tried it, try this on your fish and your shrimp. I've tried it on fish and shrimp, and we love it. I'm also going to be frying my fish today in some vegetable oil. To go with our meal today, I'm going to be cooking these diced tomatoes. This is a big 28-ounce can, and I'm going to be seasoning these with some onions. I have a little bit of sliced onions. I'm also going to be using salt and pepper and bacon to season my tomatoes. We are also going to be eating grits today with our meal. We're going to have some fish and grits and tomatoes. These are the grits that I'm going to be preparing. I'm going to be seasoning these grits with butter and salt. The first thing that I'm going to do is get my grits ready. I am over here at the sink where I'm rinsing my grits. As you can see with the first rinse, the water is really cloudy. I am going to continue to rinse my grits until I get satisfied with the clearness of the water. Look at how much more clear the water has gotten since we first started rinsing the grits. So rinsing your grits helps get rid of the graininess, and it helps your grits cook up more creamier and more white. I started out with 1.5 cups of grits, but I'm only adding 4 cups of water to my grits. Since I rinsed away a lot of the graininess, I don't need to add as much water. And also, I want my grits to be thick. You can always add in more water if needed as they cook. Okay, so we're over here at the stove. I always go ahead and salt my grits. So, putting some salt in. Don't put too much salt. That is about a tablespoon. Now I'm going to go ahead and stir them up while they are starting to cook. I usually start stirring them up with a fork. You could start stirring them up with your spoon or whatever you're mixing them with. But anyway, they are starting to cook. As you can see, the bubbles starting to come in. I'm getting ready to get some butter. My grits have been cooking for about 6 minutes, and as you can see, they are bubbling and popping. Be careful, hot grits will burn. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to stir them. I have been stirring them every 1 or 2 minutes until they came to this point. Now I'm stirring them, and I'm going to turn the heat down to simmer. and I'm going to continue to check on them and stir. As you can see, my grits have now thickened up. When you stir your grits, make sure you stir them from the bottom. I don't know if I mentioned that, but stir them all the way from the bottom. Get you a spoon, a whisk, whatever you use to stir them, but make sure you stir from the bottom so that your grits do not stick to the bottom. But this is the consistency that they are now. If you don't want them this thick, you can add some water or milk to them at this point. I want mine thick. I have my bacon in the pot. This is the pot that I'm going to cook my tomatoes in. So I fry my bacon first, and then I'm going to add in the onions and tomatoes. I have my fish laid out on the pan. I put my breading in a bag, and I didn't put any seasoning in it. And I'm just taking my fish, putting them in the, let me show you. Putting them in the breading. Making sure that it's coated. Then I'm just taking it and putting it over here while my grease is getting hot. I'm gonna let these fry up, and I'll be back to finish the next step. I thought I was recording when I took the fish out, but I just want to show y'all how pretty this fish fries up. Look at that pretty color. Beautiful. Okay, I'm getting ready to put my second batch in. The fish is ready. Look at all of that yummy deliciousness. Doesn't it look good, y'all? This fish before you on the pan, this is the entire bag of the frozen haddock that I got from Walmart. This is the entire bag of those fillets, if you're interested in how much comes in a bag. The food is ready. Look at my plate. I got some fish, some good grits, some tomatoes, put some cheese on top of my grits. This is delish. Yummy deliciousness on a plate, y'all. Thank you so much for joining me today. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Have a blessed and beautiful day. And don't forget to spread love all around.
Watching Bless Roll, Show.